Hello, my beautiful people in Facebook land. Hello, my beautiful people in YouTube land. It's me, Dr. Cheryl Fraser, jumping in for another little live Q&A. It's a very exciting week here. Oh my goodness. I've taught 2 of the 4 free masterclasses. Over 1,200 people have taken them. Incredible questions, incredible engagement. And there's 2 more this weekend, my friends. Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific time and Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. I schedule them so wherever you are in the world, one of these times works for you. And these will be the last 2 I'm teaching until next year. So join me. You can click below where you're reading this or while they're watching this post and having a little party, thinking, wow, you can spend an hour or 2 this weekend with your sweetheart watching me teach you the 3 key areas that great relationships have. And I know that might sound, I don't know how it might sound. It might sound too good to be true. Like, is this woman saying, oh, just do these 3 easy things and you'll have a deep, rich, amazing relationship that will last a lifetime? No, I'm absolutely not saying that. By training, I'm a clinical psychologist, a sex therapist. Oh, kitty cat drive by. Hi, Zig. Say hi to the people. Howdy. Say hi to the people out on Facebook and YouTube land. This is Ziggy. He thinks you should all join the masterclass because it's awesome, right, buddy? Okay, don't step on the machine. You'll knock it over. Don't be knocking over the thing. Real life behind the scenes with Dr. Cheryl. Anyway, he's sitting next to me now going, why are you not in a position I can cuddle you? It's important to cuddle your partner. There you go. That's a segue. No, it's not easy to cultivate the skills that create great relationships. The 1,200 of you who've signed up for the first 2 masterclasses that I already did, I give you polls during the masterclass. They're totally anonymous. It just records who selects which one. Only 11% of you said that you still feel kind of excited and thrilled and like those falling in love feelings and butterflies for your partner. Only 6% of you said you have a great sex life after all these years. 6%, 55% of you said you have no sex at all or rarely. That may shock some of the younger folks or some people who are only 2-3 years into your relationship. Super normal. And I hope to help you change it to lose that in love feeling, to lose your sensual life and have it become boring or non-existent. What you may still be good at in longer term love together more than a couple years, you may still be really good friends and communicate well. That's fantastic. But that's a great roommate. That's not a romantic relationship with your chosen partner. We want a ton of friendship, great communication skills, really hard. I teach a lot of that on the masterclass. I really hope you'll join me. But today, I want to answer some questions that came in on the masterclass, and I'll talk more about this in the last 2 that I'm teaching this weekend, Saturday and Sunday as well. Pick one that works for you and join me. Is what do we do about what I generally call complacency? Complacency simply meaning that over time, we get very stuck into what I call marriage incorporated or relationship incorporated, where we're running the business of our lives pretty well. We're, taking the dog for walks and we're getting the kids to school on time and we're paying our mortgage and, just living our lives. The business of our lives is very complex. Wouldn't you all agree? There are so many to-do lists, so many tasks, so many things we need to accomplish to keep our family and our business and our work and our life and our home running. But what happens all too often in the vast majority of couples, again, according to the couples who joined my first 2 masterclasses, only 11% of you say that you still have that excitement and fun and sizzle you used to have with your partner because we get complacent. And this is actually a big red flag. It may seem typical to you because we're really schooled in our culture anyway here in North America that it's normal that the thrill can't last forever. It's normal that we'll end up being kind of roommates and parents and friends who hopefully like each other. Maybe we occasionally do something romantic or we occasionally make love. And we're taught that that's normal and therefore we should accept it. You know what's also normal in North America? Obesity. It doesn't mean we should accept that it's going to happen. And if we are struggling with our health, please know that you can change that, and it's difficult and you need to want to change it, but you can help yourself with your physical health and weight if you're have some habit patterns that are not helpful for you. If you're got a healthy, lovely, larger body, rock on with your own bad self. Absolutely. I'm not meaning that there's anything wrong with different body shapes at all. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about it as an analogy for just because something's typical in North America, obesity, diabetes, etc., doesn't mean we should go, oh yeah, well, it's pretty typical and I can kind of expect that balderdash. So I'm now applying that to love, right? There's the analogy circling back. It's typical that we tend to be fairly complacent in our relationship, not romancing our partner a ton, not planning the kind of romantic dates and getaways we used to plan. We may also be really longing for that. Ever lay in bed next to your snoring spouse and think, is this it? What about how they used to treat me? I used to feel like I was the most important person in his or her or their world. And now they come home and they barely grunt at me before asking what's for dinner. So much pain, so many questions, so many of you on the first 2 masterclasses asking me, is it possible to change that? Is there hope? There's hope as long as there's breath. There's hope as long as there's life. But let me keep it real. I am a super well-trained clinician and educator. I'm not saying do, ABC thing, eat an apple today and you'll fall back in love. That's nonsense. But if you're willing to commit to looking at treating your partner more like someone who is special to you, the way we used to earlier on, if you're willing to look at some really hard truths, complacency and boredom in long-term relationship is endemic. It's very common, and it doesn't mean we should put up with it. And also, rather startlingly and soberingly, one of the precursors or set of circumstances that often leave one or the other partner open for influence from someone outside, meaning feeling attracted to someone else, even engaging in an emotional affair, a deep friendship where we share our hopes and dreams and our dissatisfaction with our spouse with someone else. Please don't do that. Share it with your spouse or get help. Or we end up in a romantic or sexual liaison, an affair, betrayal with another person. I've worked with so many men, women, gay, straight, LGBTQ, hetero, everything you can think of, who've been betrayed by their spouse or partner or committed partner, or have betrayed that partner. And usually the reasons that are given, I'm not saying they're excuses, and I'm not saying they're always valid. It depends on each unique person and couple, are that, my partner just didn't pay any attention to me, or we had no interest in each other. They didn't care about my day at work. I felt so lonely. I met someone who found me interesting and talked to me like I mattered and was interested in my hopes and dreams. Affairs aren't usually some dirty, crazy little sexual secret. Sometimes they are, and I'm using the word dirty here, not in a pejorative sense at all. I mean, but like a sexual extra thing. More often, we're seeking to be seen, to be validated, to feel important. And what's so bloody heartbreaking is couples usually don't find the way to express that longing for connection, that longing to be seen, that longing to feel special to their own partner. So that's why I wanted to talk about that today. In my model of the 3 keys to passion, where I draw on the best couples in sexual therapy, communications therapy, and bring it together to help you really learn how to work with 3 different aspects of your relationship. One of them I call thrill. And thrill is the one that is lacking when we're complacent, when we're bored, when we're running our life like a business, when we may like and love our partner, but we're just ships passing in the night. I work with younger couples with 4 kids. You can hear a testimonial from one of them on the testimonial page. We'll drop the link in the comments below here. And go listen to what other couples said about joining my masterclass, and then some of them joined my 3-month Become Passion program as well. So there you go. What I'd love you to do, you've got nothing to lose except an investment of an hour or 90 minutes of your time. And I would love to see you this weekend. I hope I get to know you. You can ask me your questions confidentially in the chat box. You're not on camera. I'm the only one on camera. This is not on Zoom. We want to preserve your privacy and your confidentiality. But if you join one of the classes this weekend, I can answer your questions at the end. I usually stay for at least an hour and answer questions from couples just like you. So for today, remember, it's never too late to begin again. Generally, only 3 things happen in a situation like our health or our relationship, which is we stay the way we are, we get worse, or we stay and we improve. But usually that doesn't happen just because we want it to and we're interested in it. Generally, we need to take a look at what's working, take a look at what's not working. You get a little workbook we send you when you join one of the free masterclasses, and there's some questions in there. And the first 2 questions are, what are 3 things that are going really well for us as a couple right now? And what are 3 things that are not? So it gets you thinking. And the rest of the workbook, if you want, you can bring it to the masterclass. And as I teach things, you can take a few notes. And at the end, I say, imagine it's 3 months from now. Imagine it's 4 months, let's say, Valentine's 2024. How do you want to be feeling? What changes do you want to affect, and how can I help you change them and affect those changes and be a happier, healthier, more romantic you a few months from now? So join me for the free masterclass, and I hope a few of you, because I know you will choose to join me in the 3-month immersion program. We kick off on Friday, November 3rd, in a week from today, and it's 12 weeks where you work with me, you work with your partner. It's an amazing program. Almost 500 couples have gone through it, including 100 police officers and their spouses. And it's a great honor and joy to share it. And you'll hear about that on the masterclass as well. I hope I see you tomorrow or Sunday. Bye for now.